Alright, this video walkthrough is going to cover Corporal Punishment Meltdown in Steelstorm. This level, going back to this kind of industrial setting. And also I want to make sure, mention if you're watching this on YouTube, make sure to check the video description and you'll find links to a full text guide that has more level videos for the entire game, along with additional information. And that'll be published shortly after this video is uploaded. As you can see, you're starting out the storm plow and rocket pod from the previous missions. You want to start heading towards the left here. I'm checking the map real quick just to get an orientation. Go this way. Make sure to pick up the shield. Check those. Okay, so this teleporter pad is going to take us quite a distance away. And you want to rush that, I guess it's a revival turret or something like that. A resurrection turret, you can say, because it pretty much shoots a beam that brings anything it hits back to life, although it won't work on the heavy tanks or bosses type creatures, so that's a good thing. But it'll resurrect turrets in the smaller hover tanks. Anyway, you head down here, watch out for those tanks that jump us, and then these turrets. As you can see, this one's a little bit easier to avoid, and as soon as that second turret's down, a new group of tanks will spawn. So make sure to destroy the turrets after you destroy that first group of tanks, otherwise you'll have more enemies to deal with at once. Use these corners to block shots from these turrets. Take them out. And then go up to this level and start facing enemies here. And you can duck around this corner to avoid shots, or you can fall back and go off the ledge to go to the bottom level. Although, if you do that, the enemies will run up to the bend of the road here, making it difficult for you to come back, because they'll be just walled up in the spot where to reach them means you have to basically run into their gunfire. Either way, we've dealt with that threat, so now we can continue on and look for some pickups here. There's a shield in that container to the side. You take out this turret and start working on this twin cooling tower while working over that other turret that's right next to it as well. And as soon as that's down, another group of 5 hover tanks will spawn. 2 of the red and 2 of the green. There's also these crystals that appear, which are worth picking up. And these these turrets we can get pretty close to them and use missiles on them to quickly finish them off. And when that first turret goes down, you'll see these hover tanks spawn. This guy, come around from the side, eliminate that turret. I'm going to take out this turret from long range here. And as you'll notice, there's a resurrection turret that's right behind it, so as soon as you destroy some of those containers, we get a whole bunch of hover tanks that spawn, so quickly shoot them and pull back. to this point so that you can use missiles to destroy everything that comes through this hallway here. Pick up these power-ups. But we're gonna go back and get close and personal to this resurrection turret, which is what we have to do. Just keep bombarding it until we can destroy it. And now we have the beam cannon, which is incredibly useful, and you'll find I use it pretty often in this game. And one cool thing too is you can hit the shift key to switch back and forth quickly between your two secondary weapons and fire the other while your first one is on cooldown. So that way you can basically play as though you had both secondary weapons firing at once by just hitting the shift key real quick as you hold down the second mouse button. As you can see, this beam cannon just wrecks lots of stuff with direct hits. And the great thing is one full shot of it will pretty much destroy a turret outright, which makes things way easier on it. And just a great weapon for anything that's heavily armored. And these heavy proton tanks, it does wonders against as well, because you can hit them from long range and then quickly retreat after dealing a ton of damage to them. We got that guy pretty easily now. And, got some incoming enemies when we destroyed those containers. We're gonna start heading south along this hallway. As you can see, beam cannon, you can just hang back as soon as you see something and just reach out and touch it. And blow it to smithereens. And once we take out those cooling towers, there's more enemies that show up. Now we have another resurrection tower to deal with, so we kind of have to rush with missiles unleashed to get to this final part. Definitely helps if you're heavily shielded.